up, we tell you all about an event that changed a student-athlete's life.
And we have some news for students looking to get in shape using the Erickson. I'm Hannah Swanson.
And I'm Lizzie Arehart, and Eagle 7 News starts right now.
Now, from the Mel Johnson Studios at the University of Northwestern, this is Eagle 7 News.
By now, most of campus has heard something about student-athlete Tiffany Stubbs' recent injury. This week, I sat down with her to get the whole story. Check out this week's Eagle feature.
Right before it happened, I was like, guys, don't drop that or else my hand's going to get cut off.
Last Tuesday, basketball captain Tiffany Stubbs suffered a searing and unexpected loss off the court.
Basically, we were just in the basement of Mel, and one of my friends dropped his phone down the side of, there's these little risers, so they dropped the phone into, the crevice.
In order to retrieve the phone, Tiffany and her friends lifted these heavy metal bleachers.
Then somehow it, slid back into place, and then they were holding their sides up, so then it, came extra hard.
Then it happened. Tiffany didn't lose her hand, but part of her pointer finger was severed.
So I pulled it out, and I was like, ow, and shook it like you do when you, get something smashed. And the blood was, kind of flying everywhere. And so I looked down, and I was like, I think, I didn't scream or anything. I think I was just in shock. It was, very weird to see my finger like that. But I, almost passed out just because I think shock and, loss of blood or something. So
at the hospital, surgeons informed Tiffany that the risk of infection was too high to reattach her finger.
That was kind of hard to hear originally because I thought they would reattach it. But now that once they've explained it to me, I understand why they can't.
Being unable to reattach the finger came with a silver lining, a quicker recovery time. And for Tiffany, that means getting back to the sport she loves.
For me, I would like to start playing in 3 weeks, hopefully. And that would be just in time for playoffs.
Tiffany is relearning how to type and text, but
we don't know how much that will affect my shot, and that's kind of the whole point of my game.
In the meantime, Tiffany is adjusting to her new role of leading from the sidelines rather than on the court.
And one of my strengths is just talking, being loud. I'm bringing energy to the team, and I've had a lot of people tell me you're kind of the heart of this, and we missed having you out there.
Erin Call, head coach of the women's basketball team.
But she's just kind of the heart of our team. A couple people have said that. Just the way she's able to include others and bring others around her and bring people together.
Tiffany does so much to support her team. This past weekend, the girls wanted to do something for her.
Before the Morse game, they wrote my number on their wrist, and they posted a picture of it, and they just said they were playing for me, and that was really cool. It meant so much to me. I just cried when I saw it.
For Eagle 7, I'm Lizzie Arehart.
Have you ever wanted to find something on campus but didn't know where to start? There's a resource more direct than the rock. The depot opened up in the Valley this fall. We caught up with John Day to see the depot is impacting our campus.
So the decision to go forward with the depot was made because we wanted to provide an area for students to go to that helped them answer questions along the way. The depot has continued to change as the year has gone on. And where we're trying to get to is providing more and more services actually at this location. So currently we will help assist get students to the certain departments around campus that they need to be at. But as we keep growing, we'll have more and more of those functionalities right here in the moment. So we're not just making a phone call, we're actually taking care of the business right here in person.
Winter has returned to Northwestern. Let's take a look at the weather video. Lauren, what do you think?
I don't know, there was a lot of stuff that went on this week. We had 9 inches of snowfall in Roseville alone. Just some stats for you guys. 370 crashes were reported to the Minnesota State Troopers by 8:30 p.m., including 36 that caused injuries. There were 175 flights canceled at MSP Airport. And one ironic thing, the St. Paul Winter Carnival canceled its family fun night on Tuesday night as well. Northwestern canceled classes, evening rehearsals, and other events that happened that night. So let's take a look at this week's forecast. Today it's going to be 29 with a chance of snow, and then tomorrow 35 partly cloudy. Sunday, Super Bowl day, 37 with a chance of snow showers, so it's a perfect day to stay in and watch some football, eat some food with your friends, have a great time. 18 on Monday, chilling out a little bit with some snow. Tuesday, it's going to be mostly cloudy with some snow and rain at 9 degrees, and then warming a little bit back up on Wednesday, 19 partly cloudy, and 36 partly cloudy on Thursday as well. Jens, let's take a look at sports this week.
Thank you, Lauren. UNW tennis has officially begun its season this past week. The men's tennis team beat the Milwaukee School of Engineering 7-2. Later that day, the Eagles faced North Central. All 6 Northwestern individuals came away with a win, and the final match score against North Central was 9-0. The Eagles will be off until February 12th, when they will take on Hamline University at the Lifetime Fitness in Fridley. The women's tennis team opened their season also conquering North Central University Saturday night. All 6 Northwestern individuals came away with a win, and the final match score against North Central was 9-0. The Eagles will take on St. Ben's tomorrow at 5:30 at the public indoor tennis complex in Spring Lake Park. By the way, both tennis teams were picked as UMAC preseason favorites in the coaches' poll. Both teams received 23 first-place votes. In basketball news, Will Geisler and Amy Berglund received UMAC Player of the Week awards for their games played this week. Geisler averaged an impressive 15.5 points per game over the week, plus an average of 6 rebounds per contest. Berglund averaged 16.5 points per game as well, and 4 steals per contest. Congrats to those Eagles. The men's and women's basketball teams travel to North Central University tomorrow. The men's game starts at 3, followed by the women's at 5. The women are coming off a 4-game win streak. The men will be looking to extend their streak to 6 games. That's all for UNW Sports. Let's take a look at the national sporting event of the year. Hannah?
It's the sporting event America looks forward to every year, either for football, the commercials, or the food. Eagle 7 Kimmy Lindsay found out what students had to say about the Super Bowl.
Hi, I'm Kimmy Lindsay with Eagle 7, and I'm going to figure out who UNW thinks is going to win the Super Bowl. Hey, what's your name?
I'm Cody.
Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl, Cody?
The team with the most points.
Who do you guys think is going to win the Super Bowl?
Panthers, definitely.
Broncos.
Go Vikes.
Broncos. Gotta go with the underdogs.
We're still in it. This is our year.
Hi, who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
Oh, Peyton Manning's taking this one home. Denver.
Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
Carolina.
Why?
Cam Newton.
There you have it. All right, who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
The Panthers.
Who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl? All right, who do you think's going to win the Super Bowl?
Probably the Panthers,
Why?
because Cam Newton went undefeated. Almost.
There you have it. UNW thinks that Cam Newton's going to bring home the ring for the first time. For Eagle 7 News, I'm Kimmy Lindsay.
Have you been wanting to stay fit this winter but haven't found a good time or an empty weight room? The Eagles football team is making changes to their training schedule that should lift some students' spirits. Eagle 7 Jens Kallgren has the story.
Up to now, the UNW football team has lifted all together as one team, taking up valuable space in the weight room. But this offseason, they've decided to lift in 2 groups, freeing up valuable space for non-football lifters. I caught up with some UNW athletes to see how they're receiving this change.
With the 15 minutes in between, we have an opportunity to use the pads more, and it just splits up everyone's time. So our first group has time to clean after we're done. The second group doesn't have to wait.
Yeah, coach gives us 15-minute intervals to sign up for, and there's I think there's 2 sets of 3 that come in. So it kind of gives us a little leeway of when we want to lift, at what time. So that's pretty nice.
As a female athlete, I would say that I definitely did skip a few lifting days because there were so many football players in there. And it does get pretty intimidating because they're loud and our weight room is not that big. So today I was able to lift in there at the same time since there is a lot more room.
It looks like the lifting schedule changes have gone over well. So get in the weight room and make some gains, because there's plenty of room. For Eagle 7 News, I'm Jens Kallgren.
This past week, we asked our viewers on social media how often they exercise. The results are in. Coming in first this week was 5 times a week. And second was, I don't exercise. I'm not about that life.
Be sure to keep an eye on our social media accounts today as another poll will be released.
How often do you work out?
5 times a week, 6 times a week, all day, every week, definitely.
Wow, good for you. That's all the news we have for you this week. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Lizzie Arehart.
And I'm Hannah Swanson. Stay fly, Eagles.